getting hot and we are sweating. Hey everyone, it's Hindash and this is Timmy and I'm back from the previous video. We're kind of continuing on to a fuller look. And this is a very exciting look because it is my ultimate summer makeup tutorial. This is like all about skin. It's a bit more summer glam, so you can bump up the eyes. It's a lot of glow and I love it. It looks so beautiful and very, very universal. So anyone can wear this look. And as you can see, Yelena looks amazing. It's all about enhancing your features. And because it's summer, you can go lighter on the skin. You can mix your foundation with a bit of moisturizer or a bit of highlighter. And I'll show you all these kind of tricks. All right, guys, if you want to see how I created this look, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well, because that's where I post a lot of my looks before they come on YouTube. And yeah, enjoy. I'll see you soon. Bye. All right, so here we have Yelena, who is so beautiful and so stunning. And this is the before and after. And as you can see, it's a very enhancing makeup look. It just plays up all your best features and you look super glowy. I've already done skincare off camera and I'm going to be going in to foundation. And this is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in the shade Valencia. And I'm going to be mixing that in with the NARS Super Radiant Booster. And because I want it super thin, almost like a tinted moisturizer consistency, I'm going to be mixing in equal parts. So nothing crazy. The coverage is going to be very beautiful, kind of like a tinted moisturizer, but more velvety and very glowy because we've added that Super Radiant Booster, which is basically a highlighter that sets beautifully on the skin. And I'm going to be buffing that in very thin layers as I always do and tapping everything in and just really making it look like skin. And as you can see, it does look like skin. I'm not worried about any imperfections peeking through because I'm going to be going in with concealer to take care of all of that. I mean, not that Yelena needs anything. She has beautiful, beautiful skin. I'm going to be contouring and bronzing with the NARS Sculpting Multiple Duo in Hot Sand and Laguna. And I'm going to be using the Laguna side. And I'm just going to be going over the areas where I want to contour and kind of bronze. This is kind of a pre-contour with creams, and I'm just doing this because you can just do creams in the summer and it looks so beautiful. But of course, I mean, we live in Dubai, so I have to not layer on, but I have to set everything with a powder, kind of, because the humidity is really, really high. So of course, you want to go in with your preference, but I love to do cream underneath and then set it with a powder. I think it looks so beautiful and it makes your makeup last all day and all night. And again, I'm going to be buffing everything in with the foundation brush, and that way you get a more seamless blend because you already have foundation on the brush and it's going to just blend everything in so seamlessly with the foundation. And that's just something that I always love to do. If you haven't tried it, try it and let me know what you think. It's a game changer. And this is such a good tip for summer if you have an event or if you're going out and you want to look extra made up, but you don't want to feel like you have any heavy base on. For concealer, I'm going to be going in with one of my all-time favorites. As you guys know, this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger. And again, I'm using this more to brighten the skin rather than really conceal. So just in the areas where I want to lift the face and add more light. So I'm going in underneath the eyes, around the nose, on the bridge, and on any imperfections that she has. To blend everything in, I'm going in with a damp beauty blender and just tapping that in. And as you can see, it really just brings light to the face, and I love that. I love looking like there's a spotlight on you. Without it looking too crazy, without going so light with the concealer, you can do this and it just really brings a lot of dimension to the face. And with this, I'm really just tapping and blending it in. I'm not really dragging the concealer around because I just want to have that coverage where I need it. My other favorite concealer from NARS, if you're really, really oily, is the Soft Matte Concealer. I love that concealer. And with that one, I love using it with a brush. To set everything very lightly, I'm taking the NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. This is the pressed one. And with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to be tapping it in just to lightly set everything. It's not going to give us a heavy matte look. For cream blush, I'm taking the NARS The Multiple Stick in Portofino. Such a fresh color. It really just brings that sun-kissed glow to the cheeks. And I'm bringing it high up on Yelena because I feel like that really suits her face shape, and bringing it closer into the cheeks to give her that tan, sun-kissed look. So it's a very rosy terracotta glow. Now moving on to eyes, I'm taking the NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base in the shade Dark, which you guys know I always use this, and sometimes I mix it in with the light to create a medium shade, which they do have a medium shade, but I have the light and dark because I like to mix them. And what I'm doing is I'm treating this as an eyeshadow. So I love using eyeshadow bases as eyeshadows. And going in kind of a halo eye technique. So winging it out in the corner and then going into the inner corner and leaving the center free. Because I want to put something very reflective in the center. And I don't want any shadow there. I just want to keep it bare to make it look like wet skin. So just fluffing everything out. This should be such an easy step because it is a primer. And to make it super easy, I'm just going to be setting that with bronzer. This is the NARS Samoa Matte Bronzing Powder, which is a new addition. And with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to be going over the areas where I've put that base. So super easy. You want to smoke this out and really don't stress about it. It's such an easy step. Now you can skip liner, but you guys know I love Mambo liner and I can't do a look without it, especially a NARS look. So I am taking Mambo liner and I'm going in tightly into the lash line and winging it out. And what I want to do is I want to concentrate that wing on the outer corner and just keep everything very close to the lashes so that when she opens her eyes, you have that straight liner that's on the outer corner only. And that's going to give us that really beautiful lift. And when we add lashes, it's going to look so good. And to set that, I'm taking the NARS Afterglow eyeshadow palette and taking the dark brown shade in that palette and just going over it. You can use any dark brown, and if you feel like you don't really need to set your liners, you can skip this step. But I think it looks beautiful because it really diffuses the lines and just makes it look that much more extra special. Now I'm taking more of a tan brown and I'm putting that on the lower lashes because I feel like I want just a bit of a smoke underneath to balance and just really smudge that in. And for that reflective shimmer that I told you about, I'm taking the NARS Power Chrome Loose Eye Pigment in the shade Shockham. And this swatched, I mean, this really looks like wet skin. It looks like glass skin. It's so good. And it applies best with your fingers. So I'm just tapping that on the center where I've left it free of primer. And you guys, when the light hits this and when she moves and in real life, this looks so multidimensional. It looks like wet skin. It looks like diamonds on the eye. And I'm taking a bit of it on the lower lash line. As you can see, it's a bit harder to do with a brush, but it gets the job done. And I'm putting it on the inner corners as well. It's such a beautiful pigment and I'm going to be using this so often. Obsessed. For lashes, a lot of you kept asking what lashes these are when I posted this picture on Instagram. It is the Ardell lashes in long and medium, but I mainly used long because Yelena has beautiful long lashes, so I had to match that length. And they look so fluttery and so beautiful. I think I have to use long a bit more often now because it just creates that nice, wispy, doll-eyed look. Now moving on to bronzer, I'm taking the NARS Casino Bronzing Powder and I'm going in with two bronzers. Now this one is the original formula which has a bit of a sheen to it and I'm using that all over where I've contoured. So the forehead, on the cheeks, and just really diffusing that in and it's going to give us a really nice sheen that looks very healthy on the skin. And that's what I love about more shimmery satin bronzers. And this definitely doesn't have a lot of shimmer. You can get away with just using this and it looks kind of matte but with a healthy glow. So that's going pretty much everywhere where I've bronzed and contoured. And then I'm taking the matte bronzing powder in Samoa and I'm putting that more to kind of contour and add more depth and shadow. So in the cheekbones, on the jawline, the neck, it's adding that contour but keeping things very bronzy and tan. For blush, of course, I'm going to take the NARS Orgasm Blush to top off the cream blush that I did because it's going to add even more glow to the look because Orgasm has that kind of highlighty texture to it. And it's a glam summer look. We have to go for glow on glow on glow. I've lined her lips with a neutral liner that matches her lips. And then I'm going to go in with lip balm to keep things very glowy and fresh. And this is the NARS Laguna Afterglow Lip Balm. I love the Afterglow lip balms. They feel so good on the lips and I'm just going to apply that all over. And they're just super glowy and hydrating. I love the red one to give you a bit of a tint if you guys like a tint. And to kind of highlight the lips, I'm taking the NARS Reef Oil Infused Lip Tint. And I'm placing that on the Cupid's bow and on the center of the bottom lip to give you that really plumped up look and tapping that in. It looks so good in person when you see this. I mean, it looks good on camera too. It's very multidimensional. It looks very 3D. For highlighter, I'm taking my all-time favorite NARS highlighter in Double Take, which is a limited edition, unfortunately. But I think Hot Sand is very similar, but this is just a bit more of that champagne-y golden color. And I'm applying that on the bridge of the nose, on the cheekbones, just, intensifying the glow on top of the glow that I've done. And going back into my pressed powder and just tapping it very lightly on areas where I don't want it to look too oily and too glowy. And we're almost done, but I kept a really, really beautiful product from the collection towards the end, which, kind of blew my mind because I didn't want to touch it. This is the NARS Paradise Found Bronzing Powder. Now, this is an overspray, which goes away, the gold part, but I don't mind because I don't want a gold bronzer. But it's so beautiful. I really didn't want to touch it. I wanted to keep one from my collection, so I have to get one more. So I'm just using that overspray for fun on the body to see what it looks like. But as you can see, it goes away and you're left with a bronzer that is, I think it's a very similar shade to Laguna, if not Laguna, but it's called Paradise Found, so I could be wrong. And that is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this ultimate summer glam makeup look. I love it. This is my kind of look. These are the looks that I love doing and I'll never get tired of them. They just really make you look like the best version of yourself. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.